Hello friends, welcome to Letstute. Today we are going to see some paper presentation tips for Hindi. Hindi as a language is very important. It is not only an official language in northern parts of India, but it is also the second most spoken language in the world. So, it is very important to focus on Hindi language. Now, let's see some basic presentation tips you should keep in mind while writing Hindi paper or any language paper. First, when you get an answer sheet, don't forget to draw a narrow margin. Second, while writing, keep your alignments proper. Third, start everything from left and write one below another. Next very important thing is write question number correctly and write new question on new page. You may write the sub-questions on the same page. Also, when you are writing answers, see the word limit and marks so that your time will be saved and you can write proper answer for particular question. 6. Try to underline the important words. In any language paper, presentation and handwriting is the key. Practice writing so that your handwriting will be improved and there will be less spelling mistakes. You can watch our How to Improve Handwriting video available on our YouTube channel. Now, the paper is of 80 marks and there are 4 sections: K, Kh, G and Gh. Important thing to keep in mind while writing the paper is to try to solve the paper section-wise, as it is easy for teachers to check the paper. If you want to write the answer of a particular question later, then you may leave some space for that answer and write it later. Don't mix the sections. Now, K section includes Pathan Kaushal, which means reading skills, and marks for this section is 15. Now, in reading skills, there are 2 questions. Question 1 contains passage and question 2 contains poem. By reading passage or poem, we have to answer the question in 20 to 25 words. Now friends, as you know, Hindi paper is very lengthy and time consuming. Many students read the passage twice, thrice and waste their time. Instead, read the questions first and then read the passage. By doing this, it will be very easy for you to find the answers as you already know the questions. Do not do this in the case of poem, as in poem we have to understand the meaning and feelings of the poet. Thus, thoroughly read the poem first and then try to find the answers of the question. Now, Kh section includes Vyakaran, that is grammar, which is for 15 marks. For grammar, 4 questions are there. The best way to learn grammar is to write or speak in Hindi. Also, we should know rules to solve do as directed. If you want to score good marks in this section, read and practice the questions. G section is of Sahitya, meaning literature, which is for 30 marks. Now this section includes 5 questions. First question is again of passage, which have 3 sub-questions. First and second sub-questions have 2 marks and the remaining has 1 mark. Here also you have to read questions first and then read the passage. This will help you to save your time. In the next question, you have to write the answers of the questions asked from your textbook. Now keep in mind that while writing these answers, try to write it to the point. Don't write unnecessary information. Third question is of poem. You will be provided with the poem and questions are asked dependent on that. Here, first read the poem and then answer the questions. Again, in the next question, you have to answer the questions asked which are from the textbook. In the 5th question, you have option. Either you have to write a logical explanation of the given sentence, which is Tark Sahit Pushti Kijiye. And the other option is you have to explain example, that is Saudharan Samjhaiye. Choose the question you think you can write well and will consume less time. Gh section contains Lekhan, meaning writing skills, which is for 20 marks. In this section, there are 3 questions. First question is of essay writing. In second question, there is option you can either write a formal letter or an informal letter. The last question is advertisement. Here also you will be given 2 subjects for advertisement. You can choose any one subject. Some of the students can find this section difficult as the topics are not known and they have to think and write. For this, you can prepare yourself by reading newspaper, refer books for essays and letters, read poems and quotes, and by writing poem or using quotes in the essay, you can impress the examiner. For essay writing, choose the subject you have knowledge of so that you don't have to think too much about the topic and you can write it without wasting much time to think. Also, check the word limit for the essay. Now, let's move to the letter writing. In case of informal letter, that is Anopcharik Patra, we have to write sender's address and date in the left-hand corner. The next important thing is the salutation, which means Sambodhan, which comes on the left-hand side. Then comes the main body. Generally, it is divided into 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph should include हम या मैं यहाँ कुशल हूँ, आशा करती हूँ कि आप भी वहाँ कुशल होंगे. In the second paragraph, there should be reason for writing the letter, and the third paragraph should be concluding paragraph. In the end, there comes a subscription part where we end the letter. There should be a comma in the end, and then the name of the person writing the letter. Now in the formal letter, instead of sender's address, we write the receiver's address in the left-hand corner with the date. Then we write the subject for writing the letter in one sentence. Then there should be salutation, for example, Mahoday. Now comes the main body of the letter. Informal letter should have 2 paragraphs. The first paragraph should start with Savinay Nivedan yah hai ki, and then write about your problem. Second paragraph, start second paragraph by Aapse Vinamra Nivedan hai ki, and then write what you are expecting from the respective person. Now after writing this, write thank you, that is Dhanyavad. Then you can sign and write your name and write the sender's address. Now there are some things you should keep in mind while writing the advertisement. First, the advertisement should be attractive. Second, the writing should be effective but the words should be less. The advertisement should have some slogans. There should be some drawing. We should explain the importance of the thing which we are advertising. And 6. Please write the advertisement in a box. It looks more attractive. Friends, till now we have discussed about the sections and basic tips of presentation. But since it is a language paper, it may be time consuming. So time management is a very important key. Try to complete first section, that is K, in 40 minutes. For K section, you can spend around 20 minutes and for G, you can spend around 60 minutes. As there are more questions in this section as compared to others. And for writing skills, that is for section G, you can spend around 45 minutes. If you complete each section in the allotted time, you will still have extra 15 minutes, and in these 15 minutes, it is advisable to recheck the paper. See if you have written question numbers correctly and see if you have written all the answers. So friend, that's it for today's session. I hope this session was useful. Please don't forget to like this session, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to never miss another update from Letstute. Thank you.